Hello, everybody, and we're back for take number 4. And why? Because I don't script anything. And I'm trying to do 3 different scents. And I delete. So, just letting you know that. I'm not a reviewer, and that's why I have no script. And, I just put them on tonight. They're only been on 3.5 hours, and I'm down here in my basement making a video. So these are just first impressions, after I've had them on for a couple hours, and they're just my opinions, and trust me, I am not a reviewer or an expert of any kind. So that being said, I bought all these because I wanted them based on something I saw this guy on two lives. I saw him with Brian from My 2 Cents, who is a reviewer, and I saw him on a guy named Ken Sense on IG, and he's also a reviewer. And, I got to see other people in those lives who are also reviewers talking about these fragrances. So, there are people that know these fragrances in the fragrance community that are reviewers, and, they give you a better idea. These are just my impressions. I bought them, so I want to talk about them a little bit. This one here is called Blackwood Sun, and this was in my first order. I bought 5. Hey, you can buy 5 and you can pick and choose which ones you want in a sample pack. That's a really nice thing. I wish them all did that. You can pick which 5 you want and just leave a note, and he'll put those 5 in. And then, on the second time around, I got these other 2 in that order. But so anyway, the first one I'm going to do is called Blackwood Sun, and I'm going to have to pick up my paper here. It's not a script. It just has the notes, because like I said, I'm doing 3 of them. And this one has blood orange, bergamot, and tea. And then it has ebony wood and vetiver and patchouli in the base. And to me, this is the one I was smelling all night. It was more pervasive, maybe because, I don't know, maybe I was lifting my left arm up more when I was upstairs. But this one came out more, projected more. And this I would call to me it was like it's a fougere. It was like a Barbershop meets one of my Vetivers. It's beautiful scent. It really is. This is one I will buy this, because this could go on. If I ever make a Barbershop one, it could go on there. If a playlist. I do have a Vetiver playlist. This definitely would go on there. And if I had some playlist for gentleman fragrances or signature scent for gentlemen, this would go on there. It's really that good. I mean, it's very, very good. It's just a classic Barbershop gentleman scent. He uses something called Ebony Wood in here, and I had to look that up and look at some of the, and it's on some of the ones I have that I really like. It's it's on Dunhill Icon Elite, which is in the black bottle, and I like that. It's on Colonia Ebony, but I don't have that. But it's in Francisco Rodriguez Narcisco Rodriguez. It's in their Blue Noir. I do like that. So I don't know if if it's in there, but if it's the main note. And what I'm trying to get at is I didn't know what gave this to creaminess. And it doesn't, like when I looked that up on Fragnac, it doesn't say it gives a cream, it says darkness. But for me, looking at those notes, something has to be creamy in this, because I do get that Barbershop smell. And well, I do get a Vetiver smell too, but I get that Barbershop. And I'm assuming it's that ebony wood. It's all it could be, I guess. Because the other notes, the blood orange, the bergamot and tea, they're just like vert notes for verts. And they wouldn't give it that creaminess. But yeah, this is a really good, this would go on 3 playlists if I had the other 2. So I'm really glad I got this. The second one I got, it's a pirate scent, the black sails, and I was a little hesitant because it has gin in it, and I really don't like boozy scents. 4 days a week I couldn't wear something that had booze on, I'll just put it that way. And so I don't like wearing anything that's going to smell boozy. In this, the gin, I don't get the gin. What I do get is a really nice aquatic, almost, I don't want to say Aqua di Gio or even Issey Miyake, but I get a watery note in this. And this is really nice. This is, when, the other day I did one from Corel, and it was called Night Tides. It was another sample. And I mentioned in there how it was in the back bays and the lagoon and the pirate ships there, and I got this dirtiness this isn't dirty. This is clean water. And this is the pirate with all the wench in his arms. This is really nice. I mean, that's what to me, it smells really good. And it's still smelling really good. It has some touch of florals, but I didn't see really many florals. This one does have lavender in it though, and it does have cardamom, and it has pirate gin, it has lemon, it has cedar, oak, and sea moss, and then it has incense, amber, and black moss, and cardamom. We all know about cardamom, Jews de rose. Although I don't get that spiciness from it that I normally get from cardamom, but anyway, it's very, very nice smelling. It's airy. And it's kind of sweet smelling. I don't know where it's coming from, and I don't see any florals, but it's got kind of a sweetness to it. But mild sweetness. Something that would, draw you in. It's really nice and airy. And as I said, this is the pirate out in the seas more than the pirate out in the back bays. So that's what this one is, and I do like it. This one. This is his newer one. This is called Eastern Sea Moss. And for me, when I put this on, he mentions that like there's moss, you think of moss on the trees in the forest, but then there's sea moss, But what some people call sea moss, I would call like the moss on the rocks, almost, I would call that almost algae, right? I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, it's like a more stingent moss, I guess, or maybe that's not the right word, but yeah. So this does have a dirtier quality to it, but it's good. It has a saltier. I don't want to say dirtier. It has a saltier sea. Where this has some sea. It's not the dirty, or not the saltiness and the real. This has the real sea. This has ambergris. It has mineral. It has sea moss. It has sea notes. And one thing I got out of this, which is kind of interesting, when I first was smelling it, I have 2 clones of Silver Mountain Water by Creed, and some people say they get this inky note, and I don't really get the inky note from the 2 clones I have, but I do get something that smells like wet cardboard. That's, I'm a kid from the city, and I worked in a lot of factories, so I've smelled a lot of wet cardboard. And I get like that wet cardboard, which can be inky, I guess. It could be that. I'm not saying it permeates this, but at times I get like that. Other people call it inky, and some people like that smell. They like that in there. And obviously, I do have 2 clones of Silver Mountain Water, and I do wear them, so it's not like I'm adverse to that. But that's what I got. So if you do like that inky note in Silver Mountain Water, you may like this. It's maybe an extra bonus. And what's interesting about that, when I looked at it on his website, this one didn't get compared to Silver Mountain Water, but the Black Sails did, and I'm like, I don't know, so because this doesn't smell like my 2 clones. So, and my 2 clones are Al Wassam Day, and I have it's not really a clone, Montel Boy's Fruit, which gets compared to it. So anyway, I'll just say that. Yeah, very good house. I can't wait to smell the other 6 that I have. The very first one, I really liked it. And again, remember, I'm not a reviewer, and you shouldn't go on what I say. You shouldn't buy stuff on what I say, and you shouldn't definitely not buy something on what I say, because I'm not an expert, and I'm not a reviewer or anything like that. I feel actually funny doing these, some of these, and that's one of the reasons I stopped with my Scent of the Days also, is I didn't want to be a reviewer or anything like that, or be thought of as that, or thought of that these are that. Because it's very unfair to the people that, are reviewers, and it's very unfair to the people that they're reviewing, actually, because they really take their time to figure out this stuff and give you real advice. And I'm not doing that. I'm just giving my impression. So anyway, it is a good house. I'm definitely going to buy some. And I think this guy's, I don't know if he's under the radar. He has 682 sales on there, so that's a lot. And I know in the lives I was in, he has a cult following. And he's been in the fragrance community like 12 years. So you might want to look him up. It's Forthescentofit, and it's on Etsy. With that, please pray for peace, and please be kind. And have a nice day, and hopefully I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.